Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games and day 27 of the 30-day challenge. And we're getting really close to the end now, but today's been really good. I managed to get the FANG Step 2 complete, which is the foam shell. So this is now all glued together, and this is going to be the skeleton, which I can now add all the texture and details to. Here we are back at the table, and now things are really shaping up. The army's almost got a display ready to go. So now let's have a look at how I put it together, and I'll show you all the different steps I went through to get it to this stage. So first I cut out another piece of thick cardboard, 43 inch by 14 inch, and then trimmed down some foam that's going to sit on top of that. And then I'll just use a little bit of wood glue to fix this, and this is Gorilla wood glue, so it's super strong. Put that card on, weighted it down with some books, and you can see that foam's a little bit wider than the cardboard. And I did that so I could just slide the board underneath and make it all look like one piece of terrain. Now I didn't have any hot blades today. I'm waiting for those to be delivered, so I had to use a scalpel blade, and luckily that was sharp enough to cut through this polystyrene. I got a decent cut really. I took my time and just went through it. It would have been a lot crisper with the hot blade, but this did the trick. So I just carried on cutting it out, making sure I got all the sizes right for all the different layers and also the side pieces. And then once I had those all ready to go, I could start gluing it together. So with that polystyrene base solid now, I just started measuring up where I wanted the support pieces, then drew a line where they were going to go, and then using the hot glue gun, I just put a bead of glue along the bottom. This is super strong, this stuff, and this is the glue gun I use, and I made sure it's on the 60-watt setting, so it's not hot enough to melt the foam, but certainly hot enough to still burn my fingers, which I did a lot. And then I just popped that back in place using that line I drew as a guide. And this hot glue's great, set so quick, really strong and sturdy, and makes this polystyrene, which could be quite flimsy, actually be quite a strong structure. And so I just let it set with a piece at a right angle so it's nice and straight, and then started gluing all the big bridge supports in place. So these are the three big ones that are going to have arches on tomorrow. So just start gluing them in, and then just started to build it up, getting all the pieces in place to create this like skeleton of the whole structure. So made sure it's all lined up so at the back it's dead flat, and then all the texture is going to be added to the front. So I just did that first layer on the right hand side, and then started to build it up on top of that. And it's really strong, actually, really supports it, having that hot glue and the polystyrene together. Then I measured and cut out some more polystyrene sheets, and then that was going to be used to fill the front up. So all those gaps you could see at the front, I just closed them up, more hot glue, glued it in place. It didn't matter if there was little gaps around, because that's all going to be disguised later once I add some more texture. I put a few different shapes in there just to make that doorway a little bit more interesting in the front as well. And then that's pretty much it. That's the stage I got to today. I've got this nice skeleton all done. I've got to put lots of rocky textures on tomorrow, and once I get those hot wires delivered, I can start using the pink foam to really carve out some nice shapes. But from the back it just looks like a shelving unit really, but it'd be so cool to put some lights in, I thought, today. So that might be something I do at a later date. And this is the high roofed room, which is going to have the circle with all the companies on, and then at the back some kind of statue and banners and things. Again, that's going to come later on. But yeah, this is ready to go. I can pretty much put stuff in there already. It's strong enough to hold it all. It's really now all about making it look like a mountain within a kind of sci-fi industrial building grown out of it. I had to put the models in and just see what it looked like when they're in there, and so they all fits. That was the main thing. I thought it'd be cool to put the crows at the top, some kind of crow's nest up there. Might put another little shelf level in that. Then we've got the council all in this big chamber. And then for the Stormfang, I've got 3 levels. Now, if I add any more Stormfangs, I can have 1 on each level. So if I get 3 altogether, that's going to look pretty cool. And that ties in with the whole description of the Fang, where all the vehicles, the flying vehicles, all load up from the taller sections of the Fang, which are actually in the uppermost atmosphere. And there's a level for the rhinos and the predator, and I've also left 1 section here that's big enough for a land raider, so that's something I really want to get quite soon, because I think that'll be fun to add to it. Got all the wolves on 1 section, which I guess is the kennels, and then I've got room here for the long fangs and the sky claws as well, so they're going to have enough space to fit in on that section. Ended up being just the right size for the dreadnought, so I moved them down a level. Then I thought, wouldn't it be cool to make a weapons rack in here? So I'm going to do some magnets on the side of the wall and put these different weapons on those magnets, and then I think that'd look cool, but it's also good to store them and I can just take them off nice and easy. So tomorrow's all about adding some texture to this now. So I'm going to get some natural rocks carved out of that pink foam and stuck on, and then also add some different shapes and different textures, some cables, tubes, all different things to the outside of the building parts. So it does look like an industrial sci-fi building coming out of there. So that's really all about tomorrow, getting all that shape on, and then hopefully give it one coat of that garage floor paint that's going to seal it all in. But I think it's definitely going to be worth it getting some little lights in here, some LEDs of some kind. I think that would look so cool and really like brighten it up as well on the inside. So that's something I'm not going to do as part of the challenge, but I'm definitely going to add that later on. And now as I'm building and adding more to this, I'll just take that into account. So that's it, day 27 complete. I'm really happy to get this at this stage now. The rest is just cosmetic, and now I know it's all going to fit and work nicely, then I'm really happy. But I think for the price, this has cost about 10 glue sticks, so 70 pence. That's all I've spent on this so far. The polystyrene all came in some packaging for a desk, so that is really handy. I've got to use some pink foam, which is going to add to the cost a little bit for the rocky texture and things like that. But all up, I think it's going to be a relatively cheap build, this. But great fun, really enjoyed making this, and can't wait to make all the terrain that's going to accompany it on the battlefield as well, because I've got a fair bit of this polystyrene left, and some of it is in L shapes, so I can use it as little barriers and things like that, and so it'll all work and fit in with this piece. So yeah, lots to look forward to. But again, thanks so much for watching and follow along with the series. Hope you're enjoying seeing the FANG being put together, and if you do like it, please hit the like button, subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to hit the notification button too, so you can join me next time here on Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.